A very good Sunday afternoon, my people. And let's start with our part one, breathing exercise. And this is based on Taoist longevity breathing exercise. Make sure you have your feet shoulder width. Naturally bend your knee. Put your arms up. You're hugging ancient, healthy oak tree. Close your eyes. We'll breathe in from our nose and out our mouth. We'll do 10 times there. And this part one of exercise really is to calm our heart. We call that 正心, is to put your heart in the rightful place and your energy in the rightful place. It's very important. And now we'll do 10 energy movements. We'll do 5 on each movement. We are balancing our fascia system, our limbs. Also, energy-wise, we're setting a healthy boundary. This movement, we are balancing our immune system. And also open up our lungs and colon. If you feel you have a winter cold come up, movement, and that will help. Now, the next movement, we're balancing the gut system. In traditional Chinese medicine, gut system is one of the most important systems. If you have any kind of gut imbalance and do this movement, this will help. In this movement, we're balancing our 7 basic emotions. If people have neck tightness, upper shoulder tightness, or excessive gas, or depression, this will all help. Now, we're balancing our heart and small intestines. And again, if we have gas, stomach fullness also help. And if people have bacteria in small intestines overgrowth, and this one will help as well. Now, in this movement, we need to stretch out our tendon. Balance our lower back. Get rid of gas. Now we're balancing our liver system. Now we're shaking our Du and Ren meridian lines, and also get the whole body meridian lines and blood vessels, give them a shake. If people have lower back pain, prostate inflammation, kidney stones, pelvic floor inflammation, this will help. The next two movements, longevity movement, your forehead, your knee, and you should feel the whole body is stretching out. If you can touch your knee now, and let's do a little more challenge. Put your hands like this. Put your hands like this. Put your hands like this, and excellent. Now, the next one, your forehead down to the floor. And you should feel your toes as like spring flower. It's blossoming really beautifully. And then the whole body is stretching out. And you should really feel the blood flow and then the energy flow. Hold it for 5 seconds. Now hold it for 7 seconds. And now hold it for 10 seconds. Make sure we all have our water. Warm water. Good season, just to put a little lemon if you like the flavor. So today I thought I will show you several ingredients. So we will, Sarah will show you some of my lunch, and then meanwhile, let me show you a couple of ingredients I think it's. So I encourage you to go to farmer's market for fresh produce, and yeah, see, that's my lunch. All your mushroom chicken, fennel, nuts, beets, fresh young ginger, and cooked veggies. And this is one of my Wednesday, I think is my Wednesday's lunch. So I think Sarah will have more to show you. But look at this carrots. It's really good. It's really good. You know, I really enjoy going to farmers market because I know a lot of people, oh, that's my baked squash, my baked cauliflower, that is good for this season, and cilantro chicken, a little bit of cucumber, and fresh young ginger. I ferment my own ginger. So it's just really, really good. So this carrots, they're just pretty young things. Look at them. And it's just gorgeous. My eggplants, bok choy with shiitake mushrooms, steamed sweet potatoes, cauliflower chicken, and served with brown rice. It's my probably Thursday's lunch. So I want to show you all of my lunches. And this is, get some fresh carrots. And carrots is one of the ingredients. We call that, it's almost as good as your gentian, right? It's really promote longevity. This is my herbal beef noodles with cilantro, cooked in the tomato and egg sauce. And it's in Italy, what do they call that? They have that, what do they call that? But it's different, it's the similar ideas. And I serve that with watermelon radish. It's really good. It's really good. I believe that was my Tuesday's lunch. So, and then, that's my today's lunch. It's, I have young ginger, so I made ginger pear soup. Asian pear is going to be out of season now. So, young ginger is going to be out of season. So, and then that is our own sourdough bread. And that is one of my featured ingredients I want to show you. So this is this week's lunch. So what did you eat? I know, Lola, you have good lunch too, always. So, and I got this mushrooms from my mushroom guy. And I always, every Saturday, I got a bag like this, and it's about, he says about 1.5 pounds, and that is good for 2 people. I cook 3 times. Mushrooms could be with chicken, could be with vegetables, it could be with anything. So they have this in season, and it's really good for cancer prevention. It's really good for See, it's really pretty. And it's full of antioxidants and boost your immune T cell, right? And then you just need to, do you know how to clean the mushrooms? You need to first, you put about, let's say 5 or 6 of this size of mushroom, and that will be good for 2 people, 1 meal, right? 5 or 6 of this. And then you put in a bowl first, and you put 2 or 3 tablespoons of flowers, the cheapest flour you can get. And then you just kind of really use your hands to coat them. And then after you coat them, and you put them in water, and then you can really clean it. And so all those the dirt and anything, and that will be washed away with the flowers. And then you clean it and you cut the bottom part. And if you want to make your soup with the bottom part, that's fine, but the top part, you just eat that. And then you can chop it up, cook with, I was thinking about cook a little bit with chicken, and maybe I'll cook with a little bit with cabbage, a little bit. It will be a very delicious dish. So, and then the other ingredients I thought I will show you, and this is, do we know what this one is? This is called wood ear mushroom, right? Wood ear mushroom. So don't be shy of trying new things. Wood ear mushroom is good to balance your blood pressure and your cholesterol, and clean up is one of the best things that clean up your and blood vessels. If people have, let's say, inflammation, it's really good to control inflammation. And you see, these are dried mushrooms. These are wood ear mushrooms. Wood, like wood ear mushrooms. It's like a fungal, right? And then what you need to do is you put that in, get a big bowl and put it in water for 10 minutes, and then you do need to boil that after. You boil it in one bag, maybe for 10 minutes is fine, until it's soft. And then you clean it up, and then you can cook it with eggs. If you are vegetarian, cook it with carrots, and you chop the carrots, and then the wood ear mushroom with eggs or with chicken is really good. I believe we have this recipe in our website. This is something that I was really inspired by. This is called a longevity dish, and I met this Taoist priest. He was like really, really old and looked really, really good. So I said, what is your secret? And he says every day that he has this, always have carrots, wood ear mushroom, and egg, and he just stir fry them together. And after that, I start doing that. And I eat carrots every day, but not wood ear mushroom, maybe once or twice a week. So I encourage you to try, if you want to try something new, and this is absolutely something new. And it is only available in Asian market. So I do, and people ask me, do I eat bread? I do eat bread, but look at this. This is a really gorgeous sourdough, homemade sourdough bread. And if you are interested, we can share the recipes with you. And also, we can make you a starter. Look at our starter. So we make our own, we have our own starter, we make our own sourdough bread. And we can also share the ensamel, the flours, the place we got our flours. So I eat one piece daily, and no need to overdo it, but it's absolutely delicious. And the next time I'll show you some olive oil, and I'll show you some honey. So this is our food. So what I encourage you to do really is go to your farmer's market, go to a local market, and get the freshest ingredients you can, and learn to know farmers and visit some of the farms, and then you become friends with your farmers. Yeah, this is spinach nuts, and this is in a vinaigrette that I make myself. Some really good, just a touch of salt and balsamic vinegar and a touch of honey. I use Manuka honey, and we can show you how to do this dish next time. It's really good. Spinach is super good for you, and you can make this type of salad, and it is poached, so then you don't really need to eat a lot of raw spinach. So that's been said, is that I really encourage you to always go to your local market or find a place that like in Ann Arbor, we have this August farm, and they have really fresh produce. When winter comes and the farmer's market is no longer in season, that's where I will get my grocery. Learn to know your farmers, learn to know your food. That's how you will reconnect with the food source. Then everything will become alive. So enough about food, and we will today just chat a little more about our Feng Shui. Last time we showed you how you should organize your bedroom, and then the other very important or a lot is your office. Either is your home office, a lot of people are working from home now, or the office and work. So we'll show you, this is my office. So as you can see that I choose, this is northeast part of the house. So we call 紫气东来, the energy to promote growth, because this is office, right? And it is, you are either in business or you're in whatever it is that you most likely promote growth, promote harvest. So this one is, you can see there's a lot of wood element that promote growth. And this is northeast side of the house. And that's outside the house. As you can see, the windows, I have some jade piece there just to attract good energy and also filter through the unclean energy. I have a waterfall that is flowing toward the house, not away the house, toward the house, right? That promote, because I create formulas here, well-being, and I am the head of the family, so it is my duty to provide, right? So then that really is that we ask growth, we ask balance, and we ask harvest. So that's how these elements are important. So if you can find a piece of jade that you can put, and this is my little bookshelves, right? And that just all of the ancient books and blessings, and as you can see, my protector, my dear grandmother's photo. So just something that is meaningful, right? Something is that, what is it that you want this room? And then also I do teaching here. You can see the camera. I'm too lazy to always put it away, but it's unplugged. So, and then the light, that's important as well. So, and I have a lot of wood element in this room. So because again, that promote prosperity, promote longevity, and also the salt lamp, and that just to get rid of the unclean and then something reddish on the carpet that represent joy and happiness. So if you look at our clinic, that's my office, right? I am always on the northeast of the house. The reason is because I am the head of the family, I am the provider, so that the energy is what helps, right? That helps with the energy flow, that bring the good energy, the healing energy, the energy of abundance, the energy of balance. So, the little jade piece that attract the energy is important. Put some salt to cleanse your room. You also see where I do my yoga and Tai Chi and movements. So all these things, that's how you set up an office. So I'll be happy to guide you, and some of you have started showing me the photos, but don't worry if you cannot have the northeast part, and we can always figure out something to reset that. But again, I want you to be mindful. And then the other thing is make sure you clean up all the junk out of the office. Is important because good energy, the energy of healing, the energy of prosperity, the energy of longevity, the energy of blessing, the energy of courage, stability, they all like calm, clean space. So that really is the key for it. So I will encourage you to ask me questions today. And then I think start next week, we'll talk a little bit about Wuxing, the 5 elements, and then what do they represent, what they correlate with, and how do we use it in daily use.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. I know that last week we talked about the way we ought to sleep in terms of facing north. I know there's a question that's coming through about what if we're not able to face
not facing north. No, your head.
Right. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Yes, your head is against the north. That's right.
Against the north. Right?
That's right.
Your face is actually the south. Yes, south.
So as far as not being able to face northeast for an office, what can we do to combat that?
You can set a small mirror to it's almost like you set a mirror to reflect that northeast if you can, and or you can write a blessing. I can write a blessing for you. You can have a little jade piece or a little plant that will do, but that has to be blessed either by a healer or by your priest or by whoever has that the energy of healing for you, and then you will always set to put that on the northeast of your. What is you have a room, so there's, even though you cannot face that, but you can put something there to reflect that back to you. That will do.
I love the idea of a mirror. That's so nice and so simple. Dr. Liu, in terms of using salt in a room, would just the salt lamps that we have be sufficient?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they have this really the Himalayan salt lamp, and it's not expensive at all. And I have one right here, and that really is good. And that just clean up the whole space. I do. Yeah.
What is the significance of the salt, Dr. Liu?
Salt, I think in all religion, salt is important. Is an important that represent your kidney system, and that again, the kidney system, and then the heart system, and that is really, how do I say that? That really bring out your intuition, right? So the salt is the foundation. And then, when people have cold kidney, they have kidney system is weak, what they crave? They crave salt, right? They like to lick salt and eat salty things. And so that's what they represent. And also cleansing, just to clean energy. And also, if you have four legs companions with you, and if we all have body odor, and this is one of the best ingredient to really clean that one out as well. Bad breath, put a salt lamp, you won't smell much.
Wow, that's really amazing. Dr. Liu, is it important to face a particular direction while meditating or practicing the 10 energy movements?
Yeah, if you can, northeast. Because northeast represent growth, right? And that's what you want when you do the energy movements. You want growth, right? So that northeast is really good. And then, and if you have, let's say, if you can, right, young people who you want them to produce, put them on the side, north part of the house. And you, if you are the provider, you want harvest, you want peace, put yourself on the west side.
Dr. Liu, I'd like to go back to the delicious lunch photos that you shared with us. I know one thing you practice is eating about 30 ingredients a day. How can you coach us through increasing that? For most of our patients or clients, we sort of get into the habit of maybe eating the same thing every day or not having as much variety. What can we do to improve that?
Well, like I said, if you go to market and you can get all kinds of grains, right? All kinds of, now kale is in season, colored greens in season, spinach is in season, arugula is in season, bean sprouts is in season. So you choose the ingredients, right? You can go and choose the ingredients. Now the beets is still in season, cauliflowers and broccoli is out a little bit, but butternut squash, sweet potatoes. And so you get all those, as many as ingredients as you can, and then you just group them. If you can group them yourself, and then just copy what I cook.
I think so.
I think my grandmother had an old cook, and he was a wonderful cook. And he whatever you give him, he can make something so delicious. And once, my mother, and she's a great doctor, but she tried to cook for us. And then, my grandmother cook said, "Oh, Dr. Pang, that if you just put all things together and put all the ingredients and flavors and hope for the best." My mother was so insulted. But anyways, my mother wasn't that good. But anyways, so that's, I think most people is that you don't know what to cook. What is it? The color is significant. The flavor is significant. How do we bring out the natural healing and the natural taste of the food instead of cover it with sugar and salt? Everything tastes the same. But again, I just need practice and choose something that if you have 5 ingredients a week, try to increase to 10 and go from there. Always have some vegetables, have some protein, have some mushrooms, and then the other thing is don't be lazy, just go cook. I spend a lot of time thinking about what I'm going to eat. So that actually, I think if more people like me will have world peace.
Less thinking and more excitement about our food, I think, is key, right, Dr. Liu?
Yeah, excellent. And absolutely. And then the other thing is that I think a lot of times people forget the joy of living. That's really one thing I try to promote here, is the joy of living. It's every day you wake up, you're so excited about everything, right? And then you just kind of create something, it just, something so simple and yet, well, can be so delicious. If it's not, you will say, oh yeah, Dr. Wu said next time I'll get better. So, but it's the joy of living. That's what is missing in most people's lives. If we can reconnect ourselves with nature and knowing we're a part of it, then the joy of living will come back. And that is what we're promoting here. And again, what is really is Feng Shui. It's just the energy that will help you to grow, help you to become yourself, right? It help you to prevent of those destructive behaviors if you know how the energy flow, and let the energy help you and heal you. So that's really what the secret of it really is, that there's no stagnation, because outside, if you know how to use nature, then there will be no stagnation. And then that can heal your stagnation as well, instead of getting stagnant together.
That's really beautiful, Dr. Liu. I just want to end with one quick thing, which is last week you talked about how the bed should not face the door. And then I was reading online and it said, here's a lesson for Feng Shui. Don't put the bed in front of the door, otherwise you can't get in. That was a joke.
It's a good one.
That was my attempt at a funny joke. Thank you so much, Dr. Liu.
You are really welcome. And then that joke has something, because if you face your bed to the door, your soul cannot get in. When you sleep, sometimes your soul leave you, right? And then fly around. And then you need to make sure before you wake up, the soul get back into your system. And then if you have a door, that is just make things more difficult. Just
more wisdom. Thank you so much, Dr. Liu.
Thank you, Dr. Liu.
Thank you, Dr. Liu.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good one, Sarah.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. Thank you, Sarah. So good to see you.
You're both very wonderful. Thank you.